Over there, I've been working for 90 years. You know why? Because I don't sleep. I work 24 hours times 2, and then I'm very highly efficient. I have one pair of hands, right? But I'm so highly efficient, my bosses get double of me. So I calculated, I work 30 years, actually 90 years. If some of you are like me, then I think you shortchange yourself because you check your contract, you don't need to work so many hours. Correct? Okay, so my segment, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the logic of health, which we all know and we thought we know. Okay, I'm going to move from here. The products. Okay, the products, when I chose the body was because we had a family challenge and I didn't know anything about cancer. It wasn't me, it was my mom. She was over 80 and she was suddenly diagnosed with cancer. And cancer has become very fashionable. Okay, I'm going to use more visual words. I hope you can just tag along with me. Fashionable because everybody you turn to, somehow you get a cancer here, there, and people kind of drop it. That's reality. So, thank you for being here today to give this a chance. The 3 pillars of health. Anybody know what's the missing third pillar? Is it sleep? Is it money? This is not really health, right? But no money, you very jialat also, right? Alright, and the 3 pillars of health, it can also be very weak pillars. Does that make sense? People don't sleep, they don't sleep well, they don't sleep at all, and then when you don't sleep, you don't repair your organs, you just wake up very horrible. Alright, and money is a reality. So I think you want to take a look at the 3 pillars in a slightly different dimension. So over here, the third pillar is actually your organ. Do you realize that we take care of ourselves when we are not old? We have to take care of ourselves when you're young. Like babies today, I think 1.5 years you get probiotics, special category probiotics. And actually you don't supplement your baby when they're out. Inside the tummy, you're already supplementing it with knowledge, intelligence, all kinds of things. Very, very creative. Not like last time. Alright. So degeneration is the culprit. Like I mentioned, you don't deal with degeneration and aging when you're aging. You deal with it when you're growing up. Alright? There's a little bit of emphasis there. These are not the main categories. How about our body support system? MRT, the brown line is going to be finished. The circle line is like always constantly under repair or construction. So your body, our body, not just yours, mine too. Alright? There's this very intricate support system going on. Alright, why do people have stroke only one side? Why do people have trigger fingers? So parts of your body just kind of go bonkers and just do things to you and you don't know. You just go to a doctor and you try and fix it up. So this is all the main structure of your body, and I would like, if I ask you how many organs you have in your body, anybody want to give me a number? How many organs does a human being has? Who thinks it's below 50? So clever, huh? Who thinks it's 150? Nobody knows. You know how many organs you have? Not 2 eyes, 1 nose. Okay, go and check Google. If your fingers are fast, right? There's about 78 listed organs on Google. But there's a lot more somewhere in between that we don't know. So there's no medical experts here, so I'm going to tell you, let's stick to 78 for now. Yeah. Okay, can anybody tell me, look at the digestive system over there. Second brain of your body is your organs, right? How long is your small intestine? This question I always ask, those who attend my class will know. Okay, I'm 1.5 meters. 1.5. It's about, this must choke. Okay, this one can sing very well. 1.5 meters. Your small intestine is 6 meters long, 4 times my height. Okay, that's a long way, right? When you eat your food, how long does it take the food to come up from the other side? Somebody did a check, 2 days to 5 days, depending on what kind of condition you have inside whether your partner is true or not. The big intestine about 2 meters, so altogether 8 meters from, I don't know. So that's a long tunnel, and can you imagine if you're 50 years old, what kind of rubbish is in your tunnel? Alright, let's just move on a little bit. Alright, so I am sure 99.9% of you are here because you are intrigued about this thing called stem cell. Alright, and we know that somehow our stem cell has this ability to self-repair. So that's how our wounds get healed all the time. Alright, when it doesn't heal, that means your stem cell is very sluggish, very tired, very slow, it's not propagating fast enough. This is not duplicating and doing its job. And as you age a little bit, your your generation of stem cell will become sluggish, slower, and not so good quality. Correct? Everybody can hear me, because this mic is really very powerful. Just that I cannot sing. I'm really lousy at singing. Okay, aging. I talk about aging because I didn't really spend a lot of time with mom. Because I always think I've got a lot of siblings, and I said, it's okay, my sisters can do the job. So when she was diagnosed with cancer, I sat in front of her and didn't talk for about 2 weeks. I don't know what happened to me. Maybe there's so much sadness, and when she finally passed, I didn't realize a human being is so capable of so much sadness. I just didn't speak for some weeks. My friends couldn't find me, I was hiding at home. Okay, today, my portion of product, I hope to tell you, share with you some of the logic that you don't dive deep into, and you may spend more time with your loved ones. All right, if you do, then I think I did my job. So do you know that there's 7 levels of dementia? 7 levels. I asked a friend's daughter who's a doctor, and I said, hey, Lindy, dementia, what is it all about? Auntie Sharon, the 7 levels, the last level is your body just don't have the motor skills to pee and poo. Dementia. But dementia to me generally means that you lose memory of things that you want to remember, and you don't remember people. It's very sad, isn't it? So the people who are more jialat, seriously more chama, are the caregivers, because they have to deal with the person with dementia and be so super patient. And I have a lot of friends who are caregivers, and I tell you something, they are super frustrated. So be very patient. Stem cells don't die when you die on the same day. It dies anytime. As you're speaking to me now, as I'm talking to you now, some of your cells are dying. Why? Because you have 78 different organs, I use 78, and you have 78 different groups of stem cells. Every organ has a stem cell. Do you realize that? It's not one bubble tea bubble and then it just goes on and on. It doesn't work that way. Every organ has a stem cell, and the stem cells actually divide. You say, so now you know when you're born, you have 100% of stem cells. As you grow older, it becomes a little bit less because it's just not so young anymore. Alright? Okay, so reverse aging and inflammation repair. Do you know about autoimmune diseases? There's 100 over different kinds of autoimmune diseases. Go read about it, it's really quite interesting. It's very colorful, but it's very scary. Do you know autism is a form of autoimmune disease? Do you know that trigger finger and rheumatoid arthritis, all these are autoimmune diseases that is hiding in your body and it doesn't really come out until at a certain time. So it's very scary. So you want to learn about that. So Mr. Google, thankfully, with all the social media and all this connectivity, it allows us to become a second doctor inside us. You only go to a doctor when you want him to cut you up. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit more of that. So take a look at this. So your body parts repair at different time, and it will take time depending on how bad it is. Some just don't get fixed. Alright, so your own stem cell can repair itself, and these are all the body parts. Stem cell has been researched for some years. Long time ago, it was not supported by the government, the health institution. Nobody just wants to deal with it because they think it's not ethical to try and plant some strange stem cells into your body. Does that make sense? Only your own body can receive its own stem cells. So with that basic knowledge, we move on. Yeah. Okay, so what is it? We try everything. So prior to patching, I patched because I told myself before I patch my mom, I patch myself. But the person who shared the patch with me didn't realize that I was having a walking problem for a good 10 over years. I exercise a lot, so my left knee is kind of quite bad by 40. So you know, we are very simple. One spoil, we walk on the other side. So after 10 years, I realized my one leg is a bit fatter than the other one. The other one is like deformed, not deformed, just weak looking because you don't exercise. Alright, so the theory of having to work on one doesn't work on. Just know that you have one pair, please take care of one pair, not one side. Alright, so I tried everything, I spent a lot of money on TCM and everything else, and then when I realized that the patch, I didn't really take it seriously because it's really just a patch. And after 3 days, actually after 1 day, I felt that I could. My leg was not so bad, and I said, no way. And for 3 days, I kept very quiet. After 3 days, I got very curious, not excited. I'm a very calm, cool person. I don't get excited. I brought a friend who has frozen shoulder for 7 months. I said, come fix her up and see if it really works. And yeah, it does. It took about 2 weeks, but it does. So LifeWave patch could be a missing puzzle that you can look at. All right, a little disclaimer here, we do not make any medical claims. We do not diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any diseases. So what happened? So I got curious and I said, if I wait for myself to be fixed, I don't have a knee problem, I'll take a long time before I find out the wonders of this interesting patch of 20 years of technology. So what I did was I started patching people, sharing people, and I realized that I can do a lot of interesting things. Of course, I became very interested. I took it as a very serious hobby. I don't golf. I don't do a lot of things. I'm quite academic in some ways. I didn't realize that. So I spent a lot of time researching, studying the company, the products. So we are kind of like acupuncture without needle. Really, seriously. Right? And acupuncture is a very powerful platform. Yeah? So we rely on this. Well, the whole technology is based on photomodulation, biomodulation. Right? Our body naturally emits infrared light. You know, we saw this picture when during COVID, everybody kind of know. Do you know that when you're angry, your color is different? When you're very happy, your color is more blue. Seriously, it's quite cute. I've got some people nodding there because of the energy as well. Okay, so to tap into our own body's natural energy, it is super, super safe. Hello, hi, good to see you. I just saw some really friends that I've met during my last 1.5 years LifeWave. Everybody is looking younger, and I said, can you stop patching so many? You may just end up looking too young. Alright. So X39, our top product, the stem cell activator, does not have any stem cell in our body. On the patch. My timetable is giving me 5 minutes. Okay. If I stretch a bit, okay or not? Okay, okay, thank you. Alright, so X39, the stem cell activator patch does not have stem cell inside the patch. Don't try and dig, don't try and tear it apart. No stem cell inside. But what it does is, the skin, when you put it on our skin, it will elevate our own body's GHK CO study, and it will then activate more stem cell. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's move on a little bit. So there's clinical studies to indicate what GHK-CU is all about. Dr. Laurent Picard, he passed away on 10th of December last year. He was the guy who founded this in our body, and it's in a lot of aesthetic products, if you read about it. So interestingly, GHK-CU is known to a lot of younger people who started taking care of their skin. Because my generation, some do take care, some like me don't really take care. So go read about this, it's interesting. So this is a summation of what it can do for you. It actually creates more collagen for you. It repairs your collagen as well. Converts older cell to a younger state. Very fast wound healing. So one of the things that you see very interesting is your wound will heal very fast. This one has a lot of testimony. It's very amazing. And David, you heard about the company and this gentleman, the inventor. He's a very responsible inventor. He told himself that everything that I produce, everything that I invent, I must make sure it's patented. Number one, he wants to own the patent. But he's a very responsible person. He says, only through patent, then it is really a good product. Does that make sense? That's what patents are all about. So we are part of a very responsible company because it's led by a very responsible inventor. And his mission is really just to help people with a very basic product that he invented. And for over 20 years, the price of the patch never really quite changed. Can you imagine if you put another zero behind? Quite crazy, right? So it's like a cup of coffee, and that's how I interpret it. Many years of clinical studies before it finally launched in 2019. Okay, there you go. A lot of clinical papers are there for you to take reference. And what's really important is a non-transdermal container, meaning nothing gets into your bloodstream, like what Trainer mentioned, and it really just works on helping you to activate your stem cell through GHK CU elevation. Alright, so overview of what you can do. There you go. Pretty fast pain relief. I was very intrigued. How fast is fast? You have to come to more of this presentation to see for yourself, because I sat there for 3 months. Every week I'm there to see who else. Is this real? Is this person an actor or whatever? No, everybody seems quite real, like you guys, angles, right? Greater mental clarity. Later on, one of our sharers will share with you how it has helped the Down syndrome kid. Okay, like I mentioned, repair takes time, regeneration takes time. So with X39, because of his clinical studies, David is able to indicate that with 6 months, I like to use at least minimum 6, 9 to 12 months. I think that's a good indicator. It takes a long time to be born, right? Not 9 months, all right? So maybe you want to give yourself a little time commit to the patching every day. Every day, cannot sometimes patch, sometimes don't patch. Then you are not going to get well or get better. Alright? So it's not anti-aging, it's reverse aging. It's super safe, nothing gets into your body, non-invasive. Alright, these are some picture for you to take a look. I'm a designer, I don't think they are photo montage, or photo touch-up. Alright, quite interesting, pigmentation, and people just look younger, you can see the eyes are bigger and the face is lifted. Pets also can. Okay, if you love your pets enough, please use a new patch. If your pet is not so sick, you can use a LifeWave patch. Okay, I've got people who are like a bit spiritual, they're a little bit more sensitive. When they touch it, they can feel the energy going through their body. But the magic is must drink enough water. Right? The logic of health again, a lot of people have a lot of problems because they don't drink enough water. Quite scary. Last time I don't drink water, so I give you a demonstration. How many drink 4 bottles of this in a day? Oh, thank you for being so okay, I mean really a lot. Sorry, I'm really okay. Okay, so there are people who only drink 2 bottles. My friends say only left 5 minutes. Can I 5 minutes can finish? Okay, drink enough water, ladies and gentlemen. Drink good water. Don't drink whiskey. Okay, sorry. Plants also can. Plants also can. Try just try. No harm, but just don't keep staring at the plant. It's not going to move. Just look at it every 1-2 days Then you can see some growth. Mine really grow. Okay, let's move a little bit. Can we age better? Of course. Don't take care of your aging when you're old. Take care of aging when you're younger. A bit younger. Alright. And I really love to do this. Take a picture of yourself for the fun of it. You know, my friend there keep telling me, take picture. I look at him. Yeah, sure. When I take picture, I keep it in my pocket. But then I started reminding everybody because I get very magical testimony. People, their eyes are drooping, their eyes become bigger, and then their face is sharp. I don't know how it works, but understand what stem cell does, and you will know that your body is going through a lot of good repair. So I will encourage you to sleep with this thing called Aeon. Okay, you know about it later. The X89 for stem cell rejuvenation, because of this crazy bad thing called autoimmune disease, you really want to sleep with Aeon at night so that your sleep will repair. Makes sense, right? So tonight you sleep, you think of me. Yeah, because I said Aeon. Okay. So I'm going to pass the stage to Mr. Nelson. Why? Because with LifeWave, when we share, we will be able to get to use the patch for free. Right? David he not only invented a very wonderful future product. It's regenerative medical technology. It boosts our repair at cellular level, and it's so affordable. So if you really know the science behind it and how it's helped you, you will be very anxious to help someone. It's like this thing in your pocket you're going to share. Seriously, it's not just me, everybody around me do that. So Nelson, he's the best person to tell you how you can maybe use it for free over a little bit of time and perhaps help someone along the way as well. Over to you, Nelson.